Hey everyone, my name's Zach Lepp. I'm a letter carrier in St. Catharines, Ontario for about 20 years now. I'm also vice president of the Local 614. I just want to give you my reasons for voting no on this contract. There's plenty of very good reasons to vote no: dynamic routing, load leveling, subpar wage increase. But I want to talk about more, for me, I'm looking at the big picture here. So, what happened with us with Section 107, 108 being forced back to work in December, and now this forced vote being granted by the government, this has never happened to anyone before in Canada, ever. So we're in uncharted waters, and every corporation, every level of government, every company, every union, they're watching very, very closely to see what we decide to do. Will we decide to allow what they've done with us by voting yes? Or will we put our foot down and say, no, we won't allow you to do that to us by voting no? So we're kind of at a crossroads here, because if we allow it by voting yes, every other company, every other level of government is going to go after their own unionized workers in the same manner. We will have allowed that through the door. And we have a chance to sort of stop this in its tracks and set a precedent, a good precedent for labor as a whole, the same way we did with maternity leave. And this is almost, in my opinion, almost as important, maybe just as important, because what we do, whether we allow this by voting yes or we disallow it and stand up for ourselves by voting no, this could dictate what happens with labor throughout the rest of Canada, even North America, honestly, for the next, 10, 20 years. Now, there are people that might say, well, I'm not really concerned with the labor movement as a whole. I'm more concerned about my own, finances, my own mortgage and stuff, and that's okay. But to those people, I want to say, if we vote yes, Canada Post will never negotiate with us ever again. Because why would they? If they know that they can just sit on their hands for a year and do nothing, then run to the government, get their forced vote, and that the members will say, yes, that's okay that you did that to us, then why would they negotiate if they know that they can just sort of fall back on that, right? Now, I understand, I mean, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of uncertainty. I understand the value of, call it a strategic retreat, the idea that, well, let's just vote yes and get this over with, and then we can kind of live to fight another day. But I also know a do or die situation when I see one, and in my opinion, we're in it. We're at that crossroads. We vote yes, we allow them to do this, we allow them to get away with it. They're going to do it again. Again, why would they ever negotiate with anyone if they know that they can just sort of sit on their hands and run to the government and get their way later? I say we vote no. We tell them, no, you're not going to skip the bargaining process. No, we're not going to allow you to negotiate through the government, which is exactly what this is. No, we're tired of you negotiating through the public, sending out your press releases so that the public gets it before we get it. We're done with it. So anyways, that's my 2 cents. In the meantime, hang in there, chin up, as they say, and let's stick together on this, guys. All right.